My Lord and my God, I firmly believe that you are here, that you see me, that you hear me. I adore you with profound reverence. I ask your pardon for my sins and the grace to make this time of prayer fruitful. My Immaculate Mother, Saint Joseph, my Father and Lord, my guardian angel, intercede for me. The other day, I watched this commercial about a new smartphone, and the slogan, the thing that we're presenting, the new gadget, was summed up in this idea: the power to give power. So I did some research just to know what was this about, and I realized that what they were announcing is that these new phones, apparently, give you the possibility to share your battery with other people with the same phone. In other words, if you have a friend that is running out of battery or yourself, you can ask for help, and then through Bluetooth, you can receive some battery, some energy. And I thought, well, this is actually pretty cool, because it connects you with people in the real world and not just through the technology. Today in the Gospel, we see Jesus with this idea of giving power. Many times Jesus, when I look at you in the Gospel, your life, your actions, there's something that the Gospels say, which is you did things with authority. In other words, you just encourage people to do the same things with your presence, with your talks, with your parables. It's not that you had something for yourself. You wanted to change your surroundings, your people, in order to make them able to walk in the same path that you walked through. And this is really powerful. This is the power to give power. And when you, today in the Gospel, you went to the temple area, and then you realized that some people were transforming the temple area into a marketplace, you got mad, really mad, Jesus. But it's not because you were a perfectionist or a maniac. You were mad because you wanted to protect me. You were trying to show me the way. And you, in other parts of the Gospel, you showed your mercy in million times through your tenderness, through your company, through your understanding. But there's something that you cannot do unless I use my freedom well. And you wanted to protect that freedom, that place for me to discern, to see you, to listen to your Father. And this is what your reaction is about. It is a help, it is a gift for me to see you cleaning up the temple area. And that temple area is applicable to my heart. So today the lesson maybe is that you want to create space for me to contemplate. And this is a gift. And you take your life, Jesus, you take your whole presence as an opportunity for me to go higher, to see clearly the meaning of my existence. How wonderful it is, Jesus, to see you protecting me. How powerful it is, Jesus, to understand that you will do whatever in order to create in my heart a peaceful area. So Jesus, help me to examine today my heart. Am I able to give power to other people? Am I transmitting peace? What is in my heart, Jesus? Because if I want to give you, to kind of reflect you, and to bring you to others, I need to have my heart full of good things, full of you. I read the other day this kind of a fable. I don't know if it's a true story, but it's very inspiring. About a rich guy that sent his son to a rural area because he wanted his son to experience poverty. And then after a few days, the son came back home and had a conversation with his dad. And the dad said, "What's the difference between our home and their home?" And the son said, "Whoa, there are many differences, a lot of differences. We have purified water in our swimming pool, but they have a really big pond with fresh and clear water. There are light bulbs in our garden, while the moon and the stars shine brightly on their fields at night. We listen to our devices back home, yet they listen to the tweets of the birds and other natural sounds. And the son continued, "Our house is surrounded by walls, but they always welcome friends, so the door is always opened. In the city, in our cities, cell phones and computers connect us. There, people are connected closely with their families." At the end, the father was very surprised by what the son was saying, and he actually closed up the conversation saying that, "Thank you very much for letting me know how poor we actually are." Again, I don't know if it's a true story, but I think it has a point, right? Jesus, I have a lot of technology. I have a lot of noise in my world. Technology and human progress is always at the service of humanity when we use it well, and it's fine, it's great, actually. We can connect nowadays with people in the other side of the planet, so it's great. It's awesome, actually. But it's just a means. And this is the point of today's gospel. Jesus telling me all those things, if they help you to connect with my Father, they are great. But if they take away your capacity to listen, to appreciate reality, they are an obstacle. And I can help you in putting them away in order to create freedom around you. So poverty at the end is protection. Poverty, even if it's counterintuitive, is a safe place to be. Precisely because I don't have anything superficial, I have you, and I can focus on the real value of my life and other people's life. Once a month I go downtown, the city where I live, with teenagers to visit the homeless. We don't need to go to any shelter or any place in concrete because they are in the streets all over the place where we live. And it is a great experience, is an eye-opener for everybody. And we have learned throughout the years, what do they need? And it is surprising because at the beginning, we would bring them a lot of food and blankets and stuff like that. But we realized that they accepted those things, but they were not seeking material comfort. What they really appreciated is company. And one of them kind of broke the ice the other day, saying, "Hey, thank you guys for all those things, but what I really want is to talk. Can we talk for a while?" And I remember myself and the kids were kind of a little surprised, and sure. And we sat down on the ground. It was a very kind of a populated place in the city, kind of a shopping area. So it was a little awkward at the beginning to just sit down there on the street, almost on the asphalt, and to start a conversation with someone that you don't know. And he opened up, and he told us that the most difficult thing for him as a homeless is to feel indifference from people. Is to feel that he's nobody. He's just a part of the landscape, like another piece of furniture, and people don't talk. Same thing happens with a kid that I was talking to the other day. During the summer, he had a job as a cashier in a big kind of a marketplace, actually. And he told me, Father, I would stand there for 8 hours straight. I mean, with short time for break, for lunch and restroom, but 8 hours in the same spot. And I said to him, "Wow, and was it hard?" It was really hard, Father. And I said, "What was the thing that you kind of enjoyed the most? There was any good news? Or was there something that you kind of learned from there, or you particularly enjoyed during those days?" And he said, "Well, actually, I really liked the fact that some people would call me by my name. I had a label kind of with my name on my t-shirt or my kind of a uniform. And some people would pay attention to my name written there. And they would say, 'Good morning, Johnny. How are you doing today?' And that fact, made me human again. Like I am not part of machinery. I am not part of an impersonal world. I'm a human being." It was a little detail, but I thought it was very insightful. Jesus, come to my heart. And if you find anything there, there is a hindrance that is disturbing my dialogue with you, with your Father, with the Holy Spirit, or with people around me, please help me to discover those things. Help me to make room for others in my heart, paying attention to others, contemplating the world. There are so many wonderful things to discover every day. Jesus, give me an eye to discover them. And Mary, you too. You lived in this world with an eye open to profound realities. You pondered all those things in your heart. Help me to be contemplative in the middle of the world. I thank you, my God, for the good resolutions, affections, and inspirations that you have communicated to me in this meditation. I ask your help to put them into effect. My Immaculate Mother, Saint Joseph, my Father and Lord, my guardian angel, intercede for me.